You're listening to Combat Radio with Ethan Dettenmeyer, right here on LA Talk Radio.
Hey, it's Ethan. How are you?
Yes, Nico. How are you?
Nico, how are you? Hey, is Rick Baum on with you?
I'm here.
Okay, we've got a couple of rather social terrorists, as I would define it. NICKO, obviously the drummer of Iron Maiden, which we all respect, and Rick Baum is just classified as an... Well, Rick, how would you classify yourself? You're multi-talented.
Oh, yeah, I do it all. Hold on, we're having trouble. Nick's thing's not working.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, so you guys have got a restaurant open? There's a buzz about some sort of restaurant you guys are getting ready to launch.
Yeah. So we're trying to shoot for November the 1st. It's all about barbecue ribs and Corona beer. That's about it.
That's enough for me. Now, are you actually doing the cooking? Are you doing the cooking back there? Who does the cooking, Rick or you?
Yeah, Rick. No, I can. He taught me his secret recipe, which I ain't telling you. Pardon me. And but no, I won't be cooking. You won't be catching. Well, I might do. I might go in and do a special Sunday roast one afternoon.
Yeah, nice.
On a Sunday, of course. And I might make some English roast beef and Yorkshire puddings and roast taters for a limited amount of people that will cost a fortune because it's really good. And Rick's the lad. He's the main guy. He'll be running the kitchen and doing all that good stuff, you know.
Well, last time I was talking to Rick, this morning or yesterday, he was telling me that he actually had his children to work building the place. That he was in violation of certain child labor laws because his kids were actually...
Well, yeah, he doesn't pay them anything. He just beats them up. It's all something like the old Oliver Twist days, you know. And I kind of adhered to it. I thought it was really good. You know, if the boy didn't do anything right, you can't slap him. You know, get it right.
What happened to those days?
No payment. No, he's got his son. Nathan was working on it. Doing some labouring for him, and his brother Gary was up there putting his, helping out, and he had his boy up there. Yeah, really. He actually came out with his hand out the other day, and Rick gave him like 50 cents, I think.
You guys didn't just hand him a Corona and say good job?
No, he doesn't. Actually, Nathan don't like Coronas, does he?
What?
Nah, he likes Sam Adams, and we don't like... Well, actually, I don't mind Boston Sam Adams. It's really nice, actually. It's the closest beer to a British bitter. But I've got so used to drinking the blonde Coronas now. We got a golf team over here called the Corona Gang. And you can't play around unless you've had half a dozen beers. See, you got to have at least 3 before the turn. And
how do I become an alternate? I don't know. How do I become? I'm ready to take up golf now.
Say again?
I said I'm ready to take up golf all of a sudden. How do I become an alternate?
Got it, man. It's great. I've been getting lessons off of the one and only Mr. Nick Faldo. So I've been getting my game in shape and. Oh, Lord, I'm not sure if I did the right thing by going up to see him, because he ripped me apart. But anyway...
tell him about your half-naked exercise of the...
Uh-oh.
Naked exercise? Oh, yeah, a little theremin band exercise, and I was doing it in my skivvies the other day, and not a pretty sight, believe me. Something wrong, especially at 8 in the morning.
I was an innocent bystander, by the way.
He was an innocent bystander. We're going to hopefully kick off 1st of November. We've had a lot of interest from people just pulling up after Rick put some signs up, and we got a couple, one on the west side, one on the east side of 441 down here. And a lot of people have been going over, going, "Oi, what's going on here? It looks like Iron Maiden's front. What's that all about then?" And he's going, "Yeah, right. Come on down and find out." So we're getting a lot of vibes. Right. But believe me, these ribs are stunning. And he's been anchoring to do this for quite a few years now. And finally, we just decided to go ahead and do it. And it's kind of it's got the rock and roll vibe to it. We're going to be playing really good solid rock and roll music, none of that poxy beat shit and what do you call it? House music, is it?
No, Christina Aguilera.
I felt like I'm at a rave.
Drives you nuts, doesn't it? I mean, come on. Anyway, each to their own. That's not my cup of tea at all. So we're not playing anything other than sort of solid 80s, 60s, 70s, 80s rock and roll, and not just heavy metal. It's going to be just a rock vibe. And obviously, if, we might have you lot piped in down here and Sirius Radio. So somebody wants to have a special request, we might have to, we're going to have a jukebox. But we're not sure about that. But we might have a DJ who'll come in and, I don't know, I can't call them DJs anymore. We're not cooking metalhead, you know what I mean? Just an MH. He can come in and give it a good doing. We got the system for it. Yeah, we got a nice sound system going in. So anyway, the menu's sort of based on backstage pass and various different sources that we're having, and we're calling them different names, Maiden names and whatnot. And yeah, they extremely hot. It's like the fired up sauce is called Run to the Hills, and
yes.
And then we got this. We got this special dish, right? And what we're calling that? Appetite of the Beast. if you eat the whole thing, you get it free. Honest, you do. But you've got to have the Run to the Hills sauce in there somewhere. You see. So that's the clincher, because you're going to need a clincher, believe me, after you've eaten it. Yeah, see, you'll be running certainly to somewhere, and it might not be the hills, because you don't want to go uphill, because everything's coming out of you, see. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about, boys and girls, don't you?
Yes, we do. We got it. So let me see if
So we're really excited, and Rick's been really busy. I popped my head in there just to I've cracked the whip a few times and told him to get going and make sure that this is right and that's right. And I've been, what do you call that?
Slave driver.
An arsehole.
Slave driver.
I didn't mean to swear. We're really excited, and 1st of November we're hoping to kick it off. I hope so, because I've got to go back to London on the 4th of November, so I've got a couple of things to do. I've got a big charity event I'm doing over there and whatnot, so... And I might add, just to digress slightly, I'm actually going over. Mr. Nick Faldo, his moniker is Sir Nick Faldo, and the Queen, Her Highness, the Queen, is going to be giving him a doing with the sword on each shoulder, and she might make a slip, and we won't have a Nick anymore. But she's going to knight him on the 10th of November, and I'm going to be playing at his after knighthood party. So. I've got a little band I'm putting together for that, and then I've got this big charity bash, so I've got to be out of here in the 4th of November.
You're listening to Combat Radio with Ethan Dettenmeyer, right here on LA Talk Radio.